mean, I had called you right before I started this reaction. I know it was early. I apologize.
No, I'm up early anyway.
Okay. So I went on and started doing it anyway, and it wasn't really much to say, report, or read. And you called me back in the middle of the reaction. So I just, want something more official, close to the streets, close to the family. We lost a soldier, a good one last night, man, on Halloween. Any words from the section?
I mean, the section is devastated. We already know what the climate of the streets right now, and that wasn't the area to be hanging around in.
What particular area was it exact?
That's off Fig. I think it was like, 60 something in Fig. They say it was like closer to the Menlo side, but we know Fig ain't the place right now. It's hot, period.
Yeah. It's going down big on Fig.
Oh, damn. They showing him lay down? Yo. This is goddamn. This is
a lot of followers and
this
pretty
is
much
graphic. That's graphic. Goddamn.
Saying that he's passed away. His name is Huey. That's his street name. Allegedly, he is a member of the Rollin 60s. And man, Big U must be really going through it, y'all.
What you waiting on, though? You don't know what you waiting on, though, nigga. What you waiting on? You got to tell us what you waiting on. Justice for them.
It don't stop. S.I.P. to baby Huey. Who knew? I mean, who would expect to wake up to this type of news? The U definitely been in the news quite a bit the last few years. To have multiple sons and put so much time into them, and then to have one son to achieve so much success.
Now, what's crazy is it just happened. Let's travel back in the time machine. Okay, because I know everybody's memory is that of a goldfish nowadays, like a few seconds. Now, why this is relevant is energetically. I don't know nothing about the crimes. I'm not even speaking about that. I'm just saying that it's been reported very recently that Big U's son, Baby Huey is what they call him, Baby U, was shot and killed on Halloween night. Okay. And of course, everyone has condolences, and I do too. I mean, what father doesn't place themselves in the shoes of another father receiving news that their child has been shot down or murdered or died? Okay. Now everybody's, talking about that, but I remembered this. The Most High brought it to my remembrance, and then I wanted to look it up to make sure I wasn't tripping. Watch him once again. Now, this isn't years later. This is fresh, okay? Black Sam's still in deep pain. Nipsey's mama is in deep pain. Nipsey's daddy is in deep pain. Now, watch him, which Nip and him was supposed to be close. They supposed to be from the same set. Him too. They all supposed to be 60s, and this is why I stopped gangbanging. I saw motherfuckers, there was no love for you. You risking your life. You willing to die for these niggas, and they got no love for you. In fact, they might kill you. PBGs, Playboy Gangsters. Watch this shit again.
You did. You did. What you waiting on, though?
And what's crazy is that it's known that he was laughing. See, he's smiling. But it's other fathers in pain right now. There's another father in pain who lost his son. And so what I'm talking about, well, wait a minute, I'll say it after this.
You know what you waiting on, though, nigga? What you waiting on? You got to tell us what you waiting on. Justice for them.
Although that is not the proper technique to administer CPR. And then I'm questioning why is he pushing on this nigga's chest if he's shot? That's all kind of questions. Anyway, I mean, shit, is he speeding up to death? I don't know, but I know I did take CPR. They never told you to stand over the body, straddle the body standing, and do compressions. That's not what they do. First time I saw the clip before I took it back, I thought it was somebody else pushing him because he was standing. That is not a proper CPR position.
But to lose a baby boy in the streets too, it's just while you're incarcerated, I know it just got to be real hard to deal with. Victim of circumstances, environment. I've seen a couple reports. I ain't even talked to nobody on the streets about it. I just sat back and reflected on how I've been knowing this little dude since he was a baby. And now all the high profile things his family has gone through, did he lose his life in this fashion? It just kind of makes you wish, you know, it seems like the smoke shop is starting to live up to his name and really becoming the smoke shop.
Crip got killed tonight.
Big U's son, U-Dog, a.k.a. Huey from Rollin 60s, got his something put to a stop. I guess life, I don't know what that, I don't know why anyway, to a stop after his opponents crept up on him. Oh, he was slipping. But, anyway.
He has one son that plays for the Chargers and one son that does not. And I don't know which son it was that got killed.
Big U happens to be behind bars right now dealing with some, I think it's some RICO charges or something. So can you imagine the pain of hearing about your son dying, being shot in an enemy neighborhood, and you're behind bars?
I think YC80 Bands was either at a dispensary or a smoke shop. But we know the smoke shops, dispensaries can be janky in our areas. But it's a little report right here, man. See what they talking about. It's crazy, sheesh.
Very well-known Crip got killed tonight. He has one son that plays for the Chargers and one son that does not. And I don't know which son it was that got killed. I think it's the son who doesn't play for the Chargers.
You know, she was talking about Big U, but describing his son, like talking about one of the most very popular Crips got killed. I think she was talking about Big U, and then she was talking about he got one son and then another son. Cold thing, man. Streets is cold. They don't love nobody. Facts. Nobody say it. Halloween.
Your boy would have been there like, yeah, you got it.
And then throwing up the 60s after laughing. Now, why is this significant? Because karma is real. See, nobody thinks about or talks about what goes around comes around anymore. No one talks about what you do to others will be done back to you. And many times it won't be through the same source. It won't be the person that you hurt. But you're going to get hurt the same way that you hurt somebody. That's how that comes back. right? So everybody's got to remember this. Men and women. What you do will come back to you. Now, I knew that at a young age, because you know that shit in the street. There's something that happens when when you're on the edge of life and death every day. There's a spiritual energy that happens. You begin to notice spiritual laws and shit. But hey, I'm not trying to bore anybody, but fuck it. I'm going to say it's real because maybe obviously somebody needs to hear this. So then you start noticing, hey, you know what? I'm not going to do that because that'll create this situation. You start weighing what you're doing because you know that it's based upon what you do in this world, what comes back to you. So like back when I was banging, there was a time when we would give niggas passes. If you were blood, but you went to elementary school, you was in the 3rd grade with a nigga that's a Crip right now, he would make sure that you got home safely. You get out of that situation alive because you were completely out of bounds, or vice versa. You the Crip out of bounds. You in a blood neighborhood or any enemy neighborhood. But you happen to be in the 1st grade with a nigga that's in the set with you right there. And just cause of that, they go, hold up, no, man. Let this nigga go. We did it. And do you know what happened? You'd end up in a situation when you did not expect no mercy. You knew it was over. Guess what? Life, karma brought it back around to you and you made it home safely. Motherfuckers don't talk about the good that can come back. Karma. You reap what you sow. I'm just talking about the pain aspects. See? You laughed at another man's son dying.
Justice for them.
And now, a few years later, you're in jail, you're incarcerated, and one of your sons gets killed.
I think it's the son who doesn't play for the Chargers.
Hey, man, I had called you right before I started this reaction. I know it was early. I apologize.
No, I'm up early anyway.
Okay. So I went on and started doing it anyway, and it wasn't really much to say, report, or read. And you called me back in the middle of the reaction. So I just, want something more official, close to the streets, close to the family. We lost a soldier, a good one last night, man, on Halloween. Any words from the section?
Yeah, so it was, he's been hanging out down there for whatever reason. I don't know the specifics of why, but he was told to be cautioned or to avoid that area. So I got a call a couple of weeks ago that he was down there. I got the call from the other side, from the orange side, and it was like, he shouldn't be over there.
The orange side is the Hoovers, for those who aren't from the West Coast or especially from L.A. I know, and generally speaking, people only know about blues and reds, bloods and crips, blue and red, bloods and crips. Okay. Hoovers, orange rags. Grape Street, Crips, but purple rags. But this is what he means by the orange.
And he was identified, and 2 weeks later, this happened.
Was he known to be at a residence over there, or just, was it a female he used to with?
Well, I think he was dealing with a female because he kept going down there. Then that's when I got the call that he shouldn't be down there. But the incident supposed to happen by the smoke shop over there.
Yeah, that smoke shop, that term is just starting to sound exactly what it sounds like. A shop where you can't get, man. I hate to hear that,
these shops is like traps nowadays.
Yeah, they change.
It's where it's a high traffic at. You liable to cross the enemigo, so
definitely. And usually try to miss each other, but the moments is unpredictable, man. Especially like you say with the climate in the streets right now. How old was he?
That's a good question. I want to say that Huey was like 26, but don't quote me on that one.
Okay. I know.
I think he was in his mid-20s.
I know the night Big U came home from prison, one of his sons had a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, and I was there. I've never been able, since they've been older, to figure out which one it was. Me, Key the Rock, and Corrupt
Yeah,
went
Huey's
together.
the baby brother.
Okay.
There's Mike, there's Dion, he's in the middle, and then Huey.
Have you got a chance to speak to his father?
Nah, not yet. I think they on lockdown. I just got word yesterday they was on lockdown. I ain't even heard about no lockdown to now. But I did notice I haven't spoke to him in about 5 to 6 days.
Okay.
So
Well, you make sure
sometime I thought that'd be due to the minutes.
when you do talk to him, make sure you send mine personally, and then just from the Black Box as a platform. I know that got to be a cold way to deal with this type of news, being in them places.
Yeah, that's definitely not the news he wanted to receive right now. We've been on a good positive vibe too. So
yeah, I know when it's a situation like this, it's not much to be discussed in public unless you're one of them weirdos, man. I so appreciate you for just lending your voice to the situation for us, just to give us a little clarification, man. I appreciate that. If any updates or anything worth
you already know you close with the fam, so definitely gonna let you know. And I'm gonna spin back on the Black Box. We need to sit down and chop it up about a lot of few things. You know we overdue anyway.
Green light, blue carpet. Just let me know, brother.
Yes, sir.
Neighbors.
Shout out to Spider Loke and the Black Box, man. So please go over there, man. Subscribe, man. Phenomenal cat, phenomenal content, and he's got a lot for you. And that's some other shit. Now, for those that don't know, this is Nipsey Hussle right here in the back. So obviously Nipsey Hussle is the same age as his son, or like Big U's son, which is him right here, right? They're obviously in the same generation. So once again, Big U, man, you were laughing at another father's son being murdered, shot down in front of his place of business too. At his place of business. Legal business. Damn. And now, look at you. So for everybody, see, once again, my intention is not to imply that Big U had anything to do with the murder of Nipsey Hussle. That's for another discussion. That's for another time. That's for another day. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is energetically. What you put out into the world comes back to you. If you have no compassion, you will receive no mercy, no compassion. Charlie Kirk said he thought empathy was some bullshit. Basically, I'm paraphrasing. He didn't believe in empathy. Empathy? But that's the thing that all of his followers and worshipers demanded that everybody give him. But he didn't believe in empathy. So I have no empathy. You see what I mean? So everybody pay attention, man. The energy that you put out. If you a hater and you don't physically do nothing, but energetically, nigga, they call that the evil eye. You just jealous of a nigga. It's just something, you just hate the fact that shit works out for this nigga in his life, and you wish some of the shit was yours, or you just don't want to see him get nothing good. Your life is fine, but you hate to see your girlfriend, and this is if you're a girl, you hate to see your friend that's a girl, you know, because nowadays that implies a lesbian relationship, but, you know, she don't like you. You don't know why she don't like you, but they be hate. This shit is called the evil eye. And either energetically, it causes harm. That shit's coming back to you. See, motherfuckers we ain't taught nothing about spiritual laws and principles and shit. But shit, man, we in the 5th dimension now, so shit, you motherfuckers better pay attention. Anyway, here we go. Anyway, man, I'm not gonna keep watching that. Goddamn. What's the point of that? Shit is clear.
His son was also there, and he was pretty much pushing a line for his dad. He was pretty much, trying to get off on the police officers who allegedly allowed it to happen. As they were saying, when the Samoans jumped on him, he was actually trying to go for the Samoans, but initially he had thought it was the police, so that's when he was trying to go for the police. Then that's when, but this is the footage of his son, y'all.
Oh, y'all hit him like that? This is crime scene. You was damn. This is crime scene. Y'all got a lot of people. Crime scene. Go ahead and hit the crime scene. Beat up. Go ahead and hit that good lawyer. You, back up. Back up, please. Pop, please. Hit him like. Back up, please. Pop, please.
Very well-known Crip got killed tonight. Back for the Chargers.
Yeah, man, that's a real tragic situation. I'm sure there's gonna be more of this to come later on. Let's protect A-Trey Hoovers who did it. That's just rumor.
But hey, man, may you never need for what you want, and may you never want for what you need. Man, take care of your teeth, take care of your feet, and take care of your heart, man. It's the 13th one, man. One of them ones. Often imitated, never duplicated, but most loved and respected. Marquez the Great.